Welcome, Viper. We're here and we're ready to go. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you good to go?
Apparently.
Okay. We're here at Nilly's Gamer Legion apartment, which is also the apartment of your team, Gamer Legion. Would you call it an apartment?
I would not call it Nilly's Gamer Legion apartment.
Okay. Well, where's his room in here then?
He doesn't have a room.
Oh, do you
He
have a
sleeps
room?
on the couch. Yeah, I have one of the three master bedrooms there. So
Oh, okay.
It's
So
good.
we're here in Berlin. Obviously, we're in the midst of N4C, and I just thought we'd take this time to get to know you a little bit. So this is Orion Larson. Did I say your name correctly?
Actually, Brian.
Oh,
Brian Lanson.
Brian
according to
Lanson.
the hotel.
According to the hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you said it nice.
Obviously familiar to many people. From Norway, I've known you for a very long time, and I feel like I'm so busy asking about Age of Empires all the time. I don't get to ask you about the other stuff that you do in your life, and I'm sure people would love to know. So let's start this one off with an easy one. What are your hobbies outside of the game?
Well, I mean, you're quite limited to your hobbies these days with the current pandemic and everything. But I'm a huge football fan. I love playing football when I can. Did it all my life in Norway. Haven't had that many opportunities in Germany because of the situation. But yeah, football is my primary one, and then otherwise it's just like taking walks with the dog, spending time with my girlfriend. Yeah, I love traveling as well, but again, the last couple of years not been that much possible. But yeah,
So you moved to Germany 3 years ago?
June, July 2019. You do the math.
No. How does it compare? Because I know, like, in Norway, you lived in a really small town,
Yeah.
really far north. The wintertime, it's dark all the time. Summertime, it's light all the time. How does living a bit further south and living in a different country compare to your past life?
Well, obviously, like where I lived, it was like I kind of knew everyone there. Like whenever you go out, you know who you're seeing, right? In Leipzig, it's completely different. Biggest difference for me is like all the different influences from the whole world, right?
Yeah.
There I was like, you have limited choices in terms of what food you can eat, what restaurants you can go to, and all the things. In Leipzig, you have everything available. And like, if I broke my mouse in Norway, it was like I order it and I get it like 9 days later. I
So
order
you
a
have
new
like
one.
double, triple of everything?
Exactly,
Just-
right?
Yeah.
Because they have to send it to like a bigger city in Norway, then to another city, and then they have to row it out to our island, right? So they don't actually row it out. You can drive there, but yeah, it took a while, right? And now if I'm break my mouse here, I just walk out the street for 5 minutes. There's a shop where I can buy a mouse, or Amazon Prime, same day delivery, you know. That's wild for me.
Also benefit your Twitch channel, Amazon Prime, back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Of course, you're on Facebook Gaming now. You made the move, what, 4 months ago now?
End of October when AOE4 was released.
How are you feeling now that you're on a different platform? You're kind of on a different schedule now. Does it feel different to you? Is it more relaxing? Is it more stressful? Like,
I mean, it's more relaxing, right? Because, I mean, chat is fairly readable compared to what it was when I was back on Twitch. So it's like there's pros and cons to everything, right? A lot of activity and such can give you more energy as you stream, but then again, you can't interact or get as personal with your viewers kind of as you can when there's a little bit less activity. But besides that, streaming is pretty much the same. Like you go live, you do your thing, and yeah, I'm enjoying it so far.
have you lost? I know in the past, like you've always come off as kind of like this calm as a cucumber kind of guy, you know, don't really care that much about the results, at least front facing. But I know inside there's a super competitive gamer, and I think there has to be to reach your levels. Have you felt like that's diminished over the years, or has that remained?
I think I've always been like able to light the spark when there's a competition going on. So I think it's as strong as it's ever been.
Does it, like you mentioned the spark, does it get brighter when you're at a LAN event?
For sure. I love LAN events, like coming together and like just being around the people. You're sitting face to face with your opponent playing. It's just a whole different level of competition than when you're sitting at home in your own PC setup, like in your comfort zone. And yeah, I mean, actually I am undefeated on LANs my whole life until here. So
Okay, well, you didn't have a great start.
yeah, I know. Like undefeated as in like at the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a great start here so far. But yeah, I love LANs. It's like it's not only the competition part; it's also the socializing
Yeah.
aspect that you get to meet all these people you play online and everything, and
Yeah.
that just is a whole different level of experience.
Yeah, I don't think viewers fully realize it. Feels like we're all a team here, you know, especially with an event like this. Like everyone comes together to make the broadcast as good as possible, whether you're playing, you're casting, overlay guy, or any of the technical guys in the background. Feels like everyone's just on the same page, so it's great. That competitiveness, is it impacted by players coming from other games? Does that give you like extra drive to prove yourself?
I mean, for before it was obviously a very cool at start. You had people from StarCraft, Warcraft, all the other RTS games. So it was like fun because when I tried StarCraft back in the day, I saw Lucifer and I saw Vortex, Grubby.
Yeah.
These guys were playing tournaments in StarCraft, so I knew them, right? And now suddenly I was playing against them in Age of Empires, right? So that was pretty cool. It was definitely like adds to the experience, no question about it. Getting more talent from different RTS pools. But yeah, I mean, like I'm not sure if my competitive feeling would be different if they were there or not. But obviously, it's really cool to have so many talented players here.
So you have 250,000 subs on YouTube or something. You obviously had a okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. What is it? 251 now?
I don't actually know. I don't actually know.
You
myself.
had a big following on Twitch. You still have a big following over on Facebook Gaming, and there's a lot of people that know your name. And there's a lot of people that if you would meet them, they would probably fanboy and get nervous. I've seen it happen. You know, people getting nervous around you. Is there anyone that you've met that you've kind of like fanboyed over in the esports scene?
I don't think so in esports. No, obviously, like I for example, Grubby, right? He's a big personality. I've before I was very good at RTS. I saw him play a tournament, right? So, but I think it's at some point you just get to this stage where you're like, I don't feel that I'm below him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it just feels like a fellow comrade kind of thing, you know? And yeah, obviously just seeing this person, for example, on stream and then meeting him in person, it just felt kind of natural. Fanboying would be more kind of have met like football players of my
that's
team.
why I said esports,
Yeah,
because I knew if the Manchester United lineup came in here.
Yeah, that would be a little bit different, right? But,
I think I might see you blush for the first time ever.
yeah.
So, AoE 4 versus AoE 2. I know we've been talking about it a little bit the last day or so. You're not enjoying or not being as successful in the mirror matchups in this game as you were in AoE 2, and you were sort of saying that you need more of a plan in AoE 4. You can wing it less than you can in AoE 2. How do you think that's going to develop over the next few months as people get more used to the game? Is that going to get more strict, like the need to have a clear build throughout?
I think in my case is more like I'm not sure how the matchup is supposed to be played out.
Yeah.
Right. I have a general idea of how to play kind of each civ and all that stuff, but I noticed like I didn't even know myself how my knowledge gap was. Right. I entered, for example, yesterday when I played Lucifer, the Mongols game we had, Mongols Mirror. I'm like, I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do. And I scout what he's doing, and I'm like, that makes sense. I'd do that as well.
Yeah.
Right. But then I'm always like 10 seconds behind or a couple steps behind. So yeah, I feel like there's definitely feels like there's a knowledge gap there where I haven't caught up on the meta within certain matchups and such, and that is hindering me a little bit. I feel like, but yeah, over the next couple of months, I think a meta will probably set. But then again, it also depends on patches and balance and everything. But regarding build specifically, I think there will be a couple of options with every civ. Probably people will work on counters to what seems and appears to be the best options. And I think we're going to see tournaments forward where probably be less variance, but at the same time more variance, if that makes sense. Does it make sense?
So. Yeah.
You nodded as like,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's like, I kind of see where you're coming from, and at the same time, it's kind of foggy, so...
Yeah, it's like, I think there will be a set meta, but I think there will be a lot of ways that you will try to punish that meta.
Yeah.
Right? People will know what the meta is with certain civs, and they will try to figure out ways
There'll be
to
more
punish
counters,
it. Exactly.
and then you'll have counters to the counters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right now it feels like there is maybe one or two tries on countering meta, but not as much as there might be in the future.
Well, thank you for joining me, Viper, and anything you want to say to the viewers?
I'm sorry to all my fans that I've disappointed so far.
Aww.
I will try my best to redeem myself over the next couple days. I mean, I'm not 100% out yet. I just have to try and win my last 2 games and then hope that some results go my way, and then there's still a chance, right? So I just want to finish with a decent performance because I feel like I'm playing better and learning more every day.
Yeah. Well, there's thousands of people cheering for you. So thank you for joining me here, and we will see you again today and the following days, and we hope for the best.
Thank you, Dave.